Hey YouTube land, it's Untitled here doing another action figure review. Now this is back to doing my Fortnite figures. Again, I have never played the game, but I enjoy the figures and the design of the figures. Now this is one of the Mcfarlane ones. So just before I proceed, I want to give a disclaimer. This video is intended for collectors over the age of 13 and up, not below. I know there's been a issue with YouTube videos and COPA and FTC, so I'm just trying to give myself a little bit of leeway to let people know that this is intended for ages 13 and up and not below. So on with the figure. It is a figure called Dire. I'm not too familiar with it. Again, as I said, I don't play Fortnite. It's probably one of the skins. I'm not sure if it's a specific skin that you win or if it's a legendary skin or some sort of, collector edition skin. I'm just familiar with the figure itself because it looked cool, and it's a werewolf, and werewolves look pretty cool, so I picked it up. So it has quite a lot of articulation, so I'll get onto the box first. So it comes in this big purple box. All the Mcfarlane ones come with sort of different color boxes, but they all have the same logo. You can see it says 22 moving parts, name of the character. There's a kind of a Fortnite official logo thing. If I flip up the back, or the top of the box, there's an image of the character. There's an image on the side. Then there's other figures in the wave. Havoc, which I know the name of. Black Knight. I think that's Carbide and Omega. Drift, Cuddle Team Leader. Can't remember what the dinosaur guy is called. Aimbot and Frostbite, I want to say, is the guy with the pickaxe and the ice coloured beard. And then there's like stuff, other accessories you can get, which is a thing that they jump out of or land on, I'm not sure. And I know there's a big vehicle as well. There's like a ATV that you can get for these guys to fit on. So yeah, glider pack with a jump pad. Again, I'm assuming it's something in-game. I'm not too familiar with the game itself. I just like the look of the figures, so I pick up the figures and do video reviews for them. So, flipping back around to the box and getting the figure in. It comes with 4 accessories first. Biggest one is his stand. Comes with a stand that has the Fortnite logo, 2 peg holes. It's just done in a plain black plastic. Seems to be pegs on the bottom of it. I'm not sure if it's supposed to peg into something, but that's the way it comes. And the character does have peg holes on the bottom of the feet. He does tend to stand quite reasonably without too much effort, without him falling over, as he probably will fall over numerous times while I say that. Just because I'm on a carpet and the ground isn't too level, but he does fit quite well, and you can plug him into, sorry if it's off screen. I actually didn't bother using the stand when I first got him. You can plug into it. It's just a little bit, you just have to press him in quite hard to get them into the peg. I would be a little bit worried about the peg snapping off, but there you go. His other accessories include his, I can never remember what these things are called, the tools, the kind of digging tools and the building tools. Comes with a backpack piece, which is this katana. Unfortunately, it doesn't come out of the sheath, which is a shame because it looked like it would have been a cool accessory to have him as an extra sword weapon. And he comes with this big assault shotgun with the kind of stock piece folded out in the shoulder mount mode. It's one of those ones that it can fold. It folds up or back, I'm not sure which way it folds, but it's quite nicely detailed. It's mostly plain black with the silver here. It looks like it has a bit of a wash on it as well to give it a bit more of a unclean look, but it looks really nice. The multi-tool, which I'll call it, I think it's called something else in the game, is actually quite nicely done as well. It's silver with a wash on it. There's a bit of green for this wrapping around the handle. I'm not sure if he's supposed to grip it with these or if he's supposed to grip it here. Because this thing is in the way when you try to get it in his hand, it's not brilliant. And then he can hold the handle of the sword, but he can't take it out, so you could probably make it look like he's about to take it out, but it doesn't really do anything. There is a peg hole on the back of it, because there is a peg hole on the back of him, and it just fits onto his back just like that. You can probably put it in a few different positions just to make it look different. Now, if you are wondering, this part is actually a separate piece, but it is actually glued here at the back, so you can't remove it completely, which is a shame. Would have been cool to have kind of a more traditional bear looking chested werewolf character, but those are the breaks. He does have torn jeans, which are pretty cool, very nicely painted. They have like a wash on them as well to give him that, the dirty jeans look. He is quite articulated, as the box states, so he has a double neck peg. So there's a peg here at the base of the head, and then he has, I think it's like a bar going down, and there's a separate neck peg then for the neck piece, so you get some good range of movement out of the head. Neck can turn side to side. You can do a 360, but I don't want to force it because it just pops this neck piece out of joint, but it is quite nicely done. He does look like he has butterfly joints on the shoulders, but they don't tend to do much. He can raise his arms up that much. We do a full 360, although he does get caught on some of the torn, ripped shoulder parts for the coat or the waist jacket. Upper bicep swivel, dual hinge elbow. He has a swivel and a hinge on the wrist, so you can get some nice posing. He does have an ab crunch. He should have waist here as well, but it's a bit stiff on mine, because as you can see, it's actually not lined up perfectly with the belt, so his waist is a little bit off to the side. He can do splits that much. He can move forward that much. He can't move back too much. He does have these additional nunchucks sculpted onto his back on his left leg. He does have dual hinge knees, so you can get quite a good pose out of the knee. He also has a swivel hidden under the jean on both legs, but it's a bit tougher on the opposite side. And then he has a hinge on the foot and a swivel on the foot, and he also has a hinge on the front of the foot, so you can get kind of really good running poses and stuff like that. Other arm is the same, similar design. The only thing is he has one trigger finger and one kind of gripping hand. It doesn't come with any extra hand accessories, so you can get him to hold the shotgun in the trigger hand quite nicely. If I just put it in properly, trying to do this on camera is a bit awkward. So you can get some very nice, you can actually get him to hold it two-handed. It does give a good range of movement for you to get him to hold it two-handed, so you can do it. When I just a note, when I did first get him, just get the shotgun out. This left hand was very tight to get this thing into it. As I said, I don't know if you're supposed to hold it in the bottom of it, or if you're supposed to hold it up here, or if you're supposed to hold it where the wrap is. But you can hold it. I did have to kind of heat up the hand a small bit just to get it to loosen up a bit, so you could hold the multi-tool. So you can hold it, and if you want, you can sort of get him into a two-handed position with this thing as well. If I can just get him to hold it two-handed, so you can get sort of two-handed poses with that. And as I said, you can get him holding the sword. I'd better do it this way. And you can get him look like he's about to take the sword out of the sheath as well. So I don't have too many of these Fortnite 7-inch figures. These are actually done in a 7-inch scale. I should have pointed that out first. These aren't the legendary, which is the Jazzwares. These are the Mcfarlane ones, so they're actually taller. So if I just bring in my measuring stick, you can see he's a slightly smaller than 7, just because of the way he has the chicken leg sort of thing going on. But if I bring in the only other figure I have in this line, which is the aimbot, you can see the aimbot is a bit taller than him. You could, if you wanted to, give aimbot's gun to him. I would imagine it should be universal and exchangeable. So you can give him a pistol as well if you want. So, and vice versa, you can give the shotgun to aimbot. The only thing is, it might stretch out his hands a small bit because it is a little bit wide, and you could end up overstretching the plastic for the hand if you keep it in him. But it does look quite nice, and you could also give aimbots multi-tool accessory or creating tool or whatever they're called. Again, multiple names for it. You can give it to him, unfortunately, because his own one is so wide, it's loose in this hand. And probably get it maybe into one hand. No, it won't go in because it's stretched out a bit because his own one is actually quite a wider one. But you can get him to hold the pistol quite nicely. So overall, he's quite a cool figure. I do hope we get this guy in the 4-inch scale, like in the standard Jazzwares stuff. I know they tend to make when Fortnite do, or when Mcfarlane do figures and Jazzwares do figures, they tend to do the same figures. Like a lot of the ones that are on the back of the box are also the same ones that are on the that are in the Jazzwares lineup. So hopefully this guy will get translated over as well. I'm surprised they didn't use him for a Halloween themed one. It would have been just perfect. But there you go. So overall, he's a really cool figure. Quite a lot of posability. Uh, Even if you're not a fan of Fortnite, he does look like a pretty cool werewolf figure, which is why I picked him up. I was thinking maybe use him in doing some crossover photos and stuff like that. So there you go, guys. Hope you enjoyed this video review for the Fortnite Dyer figure. He's pretty cool. He should be out in shelves now, so if you want to go pick him up, he should be available online as well. Not sure what the cheapest price for him out there is, but he was around the 25 mark over here in Ireland, so he's a bit pricey because they're the taller figures and they're Mcfarlane. So hopefully, as I said, Jazzwares will do the solo mode or a pack figure with him, and it'll be a little bit cheaper. So there you go, guys. Quick video review. Well, a video review for Fortnite Dyer. Hope you enjoyed this review, and as I say in my videos, please feel free to like, comment, and subscribe to my channel. Cheers, guys.